Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for watching Digging Deep. And yes, we're back in the saw shop yet again, guys, and we have the chainsaw dyno and a special guest here today. This is my son Junior. Say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Yeah, so anyhow, he's got a saw that he wants to start working on. He's taking interest after seeing me do these dyno pulls and, you know, making power differences and etc. and doing modifications to saws. So he's got an old Strato, he's got a Poulan Strato big box store, cheaper saw, one of the newer style saws that I ported in the past a long time ago with a higher exhaust roof, and I said have at it. And he wants to tinker with it and do some modifications to it himself. And he's got his own YouTube channel, guys. So if any of you guys got any kids that want to watch, you know, kid style videos, check his channel out. He's only got a couple videos out right now, but he wants to pump some more out eventually. I'll put the link to his channel down in the description, guys. But this video is just real quick thrown together, just me being very excited and running this chainsaw dyno back here. And what we did was ran one of the non-Strato, even smaller displacement Poulan saws, the Poulan 2500 40cc up against the ported Strato 42cc. I know I went higher on the exhaust roof on the Strato, and I can't remember. It's been so long. I probably do have it in my notes somewhere. It was pretty good running saw. It has some carb issues, so it probably would have put a little bit higher numbers. You'll see in the video we just only ran it a couple times, and then we wanted to kind of compare it to the old school non-Strato, more aggressive floor timing Poulan saws when they actually made saws right. As you can see, we got two here. I got a mess here, guys, but anyhow, that's just what this video is going to be, and we're going to get back here and show you all how we made out. Alright, big box store, Poulan 40, whatever, it's the 42cc, they're all the same. This is ported by me a long time ago, high exhaust roof, don't ask me the numbers. Bigger outlet, still has the baffle and the exhaust. Just playing around here today. This is my son Junior saw. He wants to tinker with this one. He can have at it, and I think we're going to put on an older, more aggressive for timing non-Strato Poulan on here and compare it to the saw. Come on over, buddy. We'll see what your saw put down. 2.39 horsepower. You beat me. I was guessing 1.8. This is my son Junior. Say hi.
Hi.
This is going to be his saw to kind of tinker with. He didn't do too bad there, guys. If you guys can see that. First pull on the Poulan, 2.39 horsepower. Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad.
I said 2.6. I was close.
You were close, bub.
3 off.
So it definitely probably wasn't quite warm yet, so we could definitely do another pull and see what we do here. So we definitely got some running issues. It's not idling. And this saw used to be, my father was running this saw for some time. He was having issues with it, so it might need the carb cleaned out. We'll see how consistent that reading was to the last pull. We had 2.26, guys. That's spot on consistent there. We probably won't do a whole lot of tuning or whatever with this, just for the simple fact I need to clean this carburetor out, and I know for a fact I didn't get that on camera on my secondary view, and I apologize, guys. But if we come over here and take a look, we did 2.26 horsepower that time around. And if we want to go to add our other pull, let's see here, buddy. It's Poulan 42cc. So here's our first pull. Our first pull. All right. So the second wasn't quite as much power there, and we immediately started having some carb issues. So I mean, that's probably why I was down on power. But let's just say, I mean, these are right close to each other, that this is probably about a 2.2 horsepower saw to 2.3 horsepower saw, and not tuned. Okay, so we probably push a little more out of this thing. But let's get one of the older generation. Snowing out pretty good, guys. One of the older generation, more aggressive forward timing saws. This thing has an exhaust mod. It is snappy and always runs good. Now I'm unloading a lot of these Strato saws, but this has a pretty aggressive exhaust hollow can, which we seen on the last video how well that made a gain on the Neotech with that huge outlet on there. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Let's try and get this thing bolted up. I'm gonna put a little fuel in it. I do have this for sale. If anybody's interested, I'll drop a link, and you can pick it up off of eBay. But yeah, so I figured I could throw the dyno sheet in with it, probably, so they can see, you know, how well the thing runs. But we're gonna compare the two. Maybe we're disappointed. Maybe the ported one will top this. I doubt it. I know this has a high exhaust roof. I didn't go too crazy on the intake. You got to watch the Strato saws. You'll get spit back, and you just definitely have to be careful on the intake side on the Stratos. All you that know porting probably definitely already know that, but let's bolt her up and see what happens. All right, old school Poulan non-Strato, Poulan 2500 40cc muffler mod. Uh-oh. Now this thing's acting up. Vibrations from my panel I'm gonna have to address. God, buddy, you're in the right of the camera. Junior guessed 2 horsepower, and I know that this sucker's got more than 2 horsepower. Let's see, guys. 3.10. I beat you. So right there, guys, the non-Strato older saws definitely outperform the newer big box Strato saws. And we'll pull this again and see if we get a consistent reading. But let's just pull up, see if we can find here the ported Strato second pull. No, we were having issues with the carb, so I think the first pull was slightly better. All right, here's the difference, guys, right there. So the older saws, proof is in the pudding right here, are definitely more powerful. So we had the ported, and that saw was ported. It's got a higher exhaust roof. I can tell by pulling on the saw. It's one I done a long time ago. Don't know the port numbers or anything on that saw. So I would say the stock one, and I have a stock one. We got to clean the carb. I tried to get it running before this video, and it just has some carb issues going on. So I would generally say those 42cc newer Poulans are newer style. I think they have 50 cc's out or whatever now, but anyhow, I bet they're only around the 2 horsepower saw. They're slugs, they're turds, But yeah, man, just check this out. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I'll bring you in for a closer look on that, but yeah. So big difference. We'll do another pull on this and see how accurate we get. Yeah, I know we could probably dial this in a little more too. When I was out there getting it warmed up before we mounted this thing up, it sounded like it's a little rich, and we'll just leave it where it's at. It's not too lean, I know that, so shouldn't hurt anything there. We'll see what kind of pull we get here. That is my shield I just put on there that's doing that vibration. It could be bolted down a little better just by tapping it. You can tell I got to get it's braced really well. I just got to get a couple more bolts in it. Back up a little, buddy, for the camera. Let's see what we put down on that pull there, guys. 3.07 horsepower. So yeah, that made a little less power that time around. And we're going to add the last pull just to compare. And we'll pull up the 2500 last pull here and see. So really close, guys. So that's for damn accurate. 3.10 to 3.07. So we'll do another pull, guys, and just to show you guys how accurate this dyno is starting to get. Now, as you can see there, I did have a little bit of a torque spike, but that all comes up pretty decent. But those torque numbers definitely look a little high, and but the horsepower has been spot on. The torque numbers are coming in just a hair high, but that's okay. I'm hoping the AR dyno shield will help iron us out, and now that we got stuff working, we're definitely going to look into the performance trends package more than likely for this thing, because the software works good and all, but I'm definitely looking into a little bit more upgraded hardware in the future. All right, guys, we're going to do the third pull on this just to show y'all kind of the accuracy on this thing. Here we go. Looks like a good curve there, huh, buddy? So we're dropping power a little bit as we're heating this thing up, which naturally that's what it'll do. We made 2.99 horsepower there, and we'll add the other runs just to show you guys a comparison of everything here. Let's add the second pull. Okay, and let's add our very first pull. All right. So as you can see, we kind of are just gradually dropping. What's weird is we're gaining some over rev, and as it's warming up, we're gaining front side. We're gaining on the front side there. So all the torque curves are staying right, even though they're coming up high. That's fine for me. I did have them to where, like, in comparison to looking at other dyno pools, the torque was pretty much spot on. But as long as it's staying consistent, as you do mods, you see the climb. As long as it's consistent, if I know my torque numbers just come in just a little high, oh well. It's something we're going to look into ironing out. But the main thing right now, we're looking at horsepower. So we have a 3.10 horsepower, a 3.07 horsepower, and then a 2.99. Guys, those results are pretty damn accurate. That's awesome, guys. So the 2500 older non-strato Poulans, they are definitely better saws, without a doubt, guys. Without a doubt. So put a muffler mod on one of these 2500s with a hollow can and a pretty big outlet. Now, this ain't the most beautiful exhaust mod. I kind of just used my MIG welder, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, but that's how big the outlet is. Pretty big, you know, big as my finger there. And yeah, so you got yourself a 3 horsepower saw with a muffler mod. I would almost bet that this thing's probably runs stock about a 2.8 or 2.5 horsepower saw, if I were to guess anyhow. So yeah, guys, there's a look at the graph. All right, just to kind of make better sense, right there where the pointer is the 2 pulls that we made with Junior's Strato saw, and then up top here at the other 3 pulls we did are the non-Strato, more aggressive, older, poor timing saws, just to make some sense for you all on the graph here. If you guys want to get a closer look there. And so, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video. My little buddy back here, he's big into wanting to work and modify on a saw himself. So I gave him one of these old Poulans back here, and you know, I thought we'll throw his on and compare it to one of the older saws here, guys. But this is just a short video of me getting this dyno going and just showing you guys how accurate it is and how well it's working. Could it be better? Yes. Obviously, we can hear some vibration issues on my panel I just put up there, but it makes me feel a lot better on these dyno pools with that guard on there. So that's awesome, guys. But yeah, hope you liked the video, guys. Comment down below, like and subscribe, guys, if you're new to the channel. Help the channel out as we continue to grow. Without all you guys, this wouldn't be possible. I think I got something coming down the pipe for you guys. I want to put on the Stihl 194T. It's got a muffler mod. I know what they're rated at, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. I did take some screenshots, but anyhow, I want to see how close my dyno comes in on the numbers that they allegedly put out, guys. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.